In the last training session, we talked about flush connections, vacuum breakers, and tubes. Now we're going to turn our attention to some of the problems and solutions to those problems that you will encounter with a manually operated exposed flushometer that uses a diaphragm. Some of the challenges you face will be a flushometer may not flush a fixture at all. Another problem that may arise is that the toilet flushes, but the flushometer delivers an insufficient amount of water into the bowl to create a full flush. The flushometer may also leak from the handle or vibrate when the toilet is flushed. Or the flushometer may short flush, where it shuts off almost immediately. In another scenario, the flushometer may just keep flushing and fail to shut off after a long period of time. Problem number 1. Flushometer does not function. In other words, the user depresses the handle and nothing happens. There's no flush. There are at least 3 possible solutions. First, the control stop or the main valve is closed. To correct, you simply open the control stop or open the main valve. Second, the handle assembly could be worn. If that's the case, install a new handle repair kit or a complete handle assembly. Third, the relief valve could be worn. If that's the problem, replace the relief valve or the entire diaphragm kit. Problem number 2. There is an insufficient volume of water to adequately clear the fixture. To correct this, first, look at the control stop and make sure it is open enough. Simply adjust the control stop for the desired delivery of water volume. Second, and pretty common, a urinal flushometer drop-in kit is inside a closet flushometer. If that's the case, simply replace inside urinal parts with proper closet drop-in kit. Third, there may be a low consumption flushometer installed on a non-low consumption fixture. In other words, there is a 1.6 gallon per flush valve on a 3.5 gallon per flush toilet. If that's the case, replace the inside parts kit with the appropriate gallon per flush diaphragm kit. Problem number 3. The flushometer closes off immediately after the flush. It starts to flush, but suddenly stops. Check 2 things. First, the diaphragm has been damaged. Simply replace the diaphragm or install a new drop-in kit. Second, the bypass orifice has been enlarged from corrosion or damage. If that's the case, again, replace the diaphragm or the drop-in kit. Problem number 4. The length of flush is too short. Here you'd want to check several things. Make sure that the diaphragm is tight. To do this, screw the molded disc hand tight on the guide assembly. Second, the bypass orifice may have been enlarged from corrosion or damage. Simply replace the diaphragm or the drop-in kit. Third, make sure that urinal flushometer parts are not inside a closet flushometer. If they are, replace the urinal kit with the proper closet kit. Fourth, a low consumption flushometer may have been installed on a higher consumption fixture. If this is the case, replace the inside parts kit with the proper drop-in kit. And last, the handle assembly has been damaged. If it is, replace the handle assembly or install a new handle repair kit. Problem number 5. The length of flush is too long or the flushometer does not shut off after use. If this occurs, check these 4 things. First, the relief valve is not seating properly or the bypass orifice is clogged because of a foreign material. Or bypass orifice is closed by an invisible gelatin film from overtreated water. If this is the case, disassemble the working parts of the drop-in kit and wash thoroughly. Note, the size of the orifice in the bypass is extremely important for proper metering of water into the upper chamber of the flushometer. Do not enlarge or damage this orifice. Replace the drop-in kit if cleaning does not correct the problem. Second, the supply line water pressure may have dropped and it's not sufficient to close the valve. If this is the problem, close the control stop until pressure has been restored. When the pressure has been reestablished, open the control stop and your valve should be working properly. Third, there may be closet flushometer parts inside a urinal flushometer. If they are, replace the closet parts with the properly sized urinal kit. Finally, the inside cover may be cracked. If that's the case, simply replace it. Problem number 6. You may hear a chattering noise when the valve is flushed. If you do, check these 2 things. First, the segment diaphragm is installed upside down. If it is, replace the segment diaphragm to the proper position as instructed by the markings on the bottom of the diaphragm. It will be marked this side down. Second, if the diaphragm is in the proper position, the inside cover is damaged, and simply replace the inside cover. Problem number 7, the handle leaks. A couple of things could be wrong. First, the handle seal could be worn or damaged. If it is a Regal valve, replace the high car seal. If it's a Royal valve, you have to install a handle repair kit. The seal is not a separate item. Note, the seal will easily slide over the bushing when it's wet. Second, the handle gasket may have been left off. Simply remove the handle and install a handle gasket. Last but not least, the valve handle bushing is worn. Install a new handle repair kit. This completes our basic training on exposed, manually operated diaphragm flush valves.